Rubens Gardelli. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much. Hi, good morning. Nice to meet you. Hi, thank you. Hi, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Ready, time. Good morning. Oh, yes. Good morning. My name is Rubens, and I'm a barista and a roaster for my micro roastery called Gardelli Specialty Coffee that is actually located only 30 kilometers far from here. So in my longer research to create this competition, I wanted and I focused on finding for you something unique and something new. So in order for me to better explain this fantastic coffee and for you to better visually understand it, I prepared those 3 little booklets in front of you, as well as I charted all the main factors of influencing the final cup. And I will give you more details as I go. So now please open the page number 1. So the coffee comes from El Salvador, from the region called the Volcanoes of Santa Ana, and the micro-region is Buenos Aires. The farm's name is Finca San Francisco, and it's the highest farm, 1,731 meters above sea level. It's actually right here at the very peak, next to the national park. So San Francisco cultivates 3 varieties. There are Pacamara, Kenya, and Bourbon. So now please follow me on the next page, where I'm so excited to present you this fantastic lady. She's the owner of the farm, but not just the owner, she's also the only picker of her entire little harvest. She works here with their 3 children that you can see in the picture right there, and she's so in love and so passionate about her trees and their coffee that you will see a manifestation of her love and dedication into the next picture that I took for you. Please follow me. Okay, this is how exactly she picks the coffee. Only the red, ripened purple cherries will make it to the final meal that is Rios do Arco. And today, I choose for you a micro lot from the Kenya variety, and it's a day lot, harvested exactly on the 3rd of February 2014. And I would like to share with you the story of this variety. It was brought by a member of the Sola family at the beginning of the 20th century from Kenya to El Salvador. So 10 years before Scott Laboratories defined the very well-known SL2028. And so you can imagine for more than 100 years had been time to evolve in El Salvador, creating a peculiar variety. I choose this variety because it's strong flavor and fantastic aromas. So today you are going to experience a complex aromas of white flavors like jasmine and white rose, also along with the berry note and the cherry liquor. The flavor is unique. You will find all the range of berries, going from the raspberry to the blueberry. Good. So I would like to show you how it was processed. In the next page, you will see the picture. I requested the natural process to the Rios do Arco mill because I love naturals, and they did a great job. They laid the cherries over the raised African beds, and in 10 days, slow drying, and so they received an even drying from bean to bean. And this will lead to a very clean cup that we will taste as a clean sweetness of stone fruits, like dry apricot and dried plums. Okay? And this process influences greatly the body because you will enjoy a juicy mouthfeel and thick body that leads in a very long sweet aftertaste of toffee, and the sugar cane more like a Muscovado sugar cane. Great. And the next picture is dedicated to the other protagonist of today. Yes. He's Rodolfo Rufati Battle. He's the owner of the mill Rio Zuarco, where the coffee were processed. And he's right here in the audience. I want to thank him so much for being able to bring me this fantastic cup of coffee. Okay, in the next few chapters, I'm going to explain you my recipe and how I did it. So in the next page, I'd like to explain how I ground the coffee. Thank you. The coffee I ground with a hand conical bird grinder because it transfers the least heat from the burst to the grind. But then I sieved out the fines. And the fines I'm using is between 500 and 800 microns. And I found this to be the best to intensify the sweet aromas, but keeping me in the extraction that I like. Okay? So, please follow me on the next picture where I explain you another crucial factor, the water. I did extensive research on water using a water laboratories analysis, and I made them crazy, literally. I requested them more than 30 types of different waters, and finally I decided the water that I like, it's from reverse osmosis water, but they added back 40 milligrams of magnesium, 0.10 milligrams of potassium. The pH is really neutral, 7, and the TDS is 90 ppm. I found this water to be perfect to enhance the beautiful sweetness of this cup, but keeping the delicate aromas in the cup. So next, I'd like to share with you how I roasted the coffee. And the next picture, I introduce you my girlfriend. It's a self-made copper roasting machine. I use the copper because it's the metal that best transfer fastly the heat. So I gained a full control over the roast profile that I like. I don't want to get too much technical in here, but you will find all the reference for the roast profile in there. So actually, I spend more time, more night with her than my real girlfriend. Anyway. Okay. Last chapter dedicated to the brewer. The brewer I'm using is the Gino Glass Dripper. I love this brewer because of its flat bed that keeps the coffee cake on horizontal shape. So the column on the top of the water will exercise a constant pressure throughout the fines. And also because it's double walled, that maintain the temperature of the water constant throughout the infusion. And also to achieve that, I touched the base of Bonavita kettle and set it at 94 degrees Celsius. Great. So as you see, I'm brewing the coffee directly inside the glass. This is actually a Barolo wine glass. I use that because this wine glass better enhance and highlight the wonderful complex aroma of the cup, but also because I believe this coffee deserves an elegant presentation, like a very good red wine. So when you are going to perceive the aroma, I urge you to squill around so you will get all the full complexity in the cup. Okay. And then I really invite you to well oxygenate the cup to perceive the other flavors, because I really enjoy this coffee because of its complexity. And you will get the sense of its complexity as the cup cools down, because it transforms from berries that I talked before to more stone fruit, like apricot and peach tea. Okay. I'm so happy to be here today with you, sharing this fantastic coffee, and to give honor to the hard work of Joanna and Rodolfo. So this is my time. Thank you very much.
All right. Rubens Gardelli.
Hi.
It's quite a performance.
You like it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
love the wine glasses.
Okay.
So, tell me a little bit more about this coffee.
Well, I finally love this coffee at the first sight. Rodolfo Rufati-Bato, that is right there, sent me a lot of samples. And the first time I tasted this coffee, like, this is the most unbelievable coffee that I ever tasted before, because it's so fresh and so clean as a natural that I never experienced that before. So I love this man. Without him, I wouldn't be here, but also without each single person that helped me, from Yuri Grandini, Paolo Scimone, Davide Spinelli, it's my great team, and Marco Cremonese. Everybody helped me to achieve this goal. Okay. Okay.
That's pretty amazing.
Thank you very much.
I love the fact that we're in Rimini and everyone is applauding filter coffee and wine glasses right
Yeah,
now.
you didn't expect
That's
that.
awesome. I also think it's really fascinating about the coffee. You said that it's a Kenyan varietal that was brought to El Salvador 10 years before Scott Labs even started working on.
That's
on
true.
theirs.
That's a true fact, and he had time to evolve. So it's not the same Kenyans that you will find in Kenya, and also the process, you know, the altitude, every other aspect are going to influence the final cup. But you know, a lot of people now will go crazy about geisha. I love geishas, but I wanted to find something different for this competition. So I found what I really wanted.
It's certainly quite different. But do you find that it has the same kind of complex acidity that an SL28 or SL34 would have? As opposed to like a typical or a bourbon that bourbon that you would normally have in El Salvador.
It has some common aspects, like the berry. Yeah, SL28 has a very blueberry note and plum that I mentioned in my competition. So he has something in common, of course, like a mother and children. But you know, the altitude, the volcanic soil, and Joanna, his passion, his love, will be, I think love is going to influence the final product. This is the most important factor, love.
Very cool. And what about your company? It's the Gardelli Coffee Company?
Yeah. But I own a coffee shop since 1997, and just 5 years ago I started roasted only for my coffee shop. But my big dream is to start selling coffee to other companies or wholesale customers, and I started that 1 year ago. It's my love, it's my passion, and I'm doing what I love.
And what about? Great. So you're only 30 kilometers away from here.
Yeah.
The coffee you made today, is that available in your shop as well?
No, because it's true. It's a very little micro lot. Do you want to know how much she harvests? 30 kilos. That is true. Rodolfo sent me only how much? 6 kilos of this micro lot and other kilos of the other varieties that Finca San Francisco cultivates. So yeah, just 6 kilos. I used that's why I used those little roasting machine that I built it, because I couldn't use the big one.
Now, are you also serving coffee and wine glasses at your cafe?
No, not yet. No.
It's coming.
It's coming, yeah.
Very cool. Well, let's have another round of applause for Rubens.
Sì. Va bene. Grazie. Grazie. Okay.
Good luck.
Devo andare, go ready here? Okay.